up, everyone, and welcome back to the pack of Underdog Duelists with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Video! Right here is deck profile update installment number 2 in a trilogy of several Dark Magician deck profile updates that we plan on doing on this channel. This will be a more super budget version of Dark Magician, and without further ado, I'll dive right into the deck profile. And to kick things off, wouldn't be Dark Magician deck without running a playset of the Dark Magician. Sorry about the glare there. Okay, so running a playset of Dark Magician. Also running a playset of Magician's Rod. When it's normal summon, we get a spell or trap from our deck to our hand. Usually go for Circle, Dark Magical Circle, or Eternal Soul. But there's so many other spells you can go for. Pretty much any of them. There's a new Dark Magician Fusion spell that we'll get to later that use this for. So I'd normally use one for each search. And also running one Magician's Robe, because during your opponent's turn you can discard one of those spell or traps that you searched and special summon Dark Magician from your deck. This gives you additional access to Dark Magician without having to use Illusion Apprentice Magician. Also running a Dark Magician Girl to fulfill some of the requirements of the spells that we'll be using in this deck. She's in there just for the additional name to be able to successfully resolve our spell. And for a little bit of a draw engine, we've got two double chocolate Magician Girl, just to help kind of get us into our draw. We can pitch a Dark Magician, draw a card, bring Dark Magician back. And also running double berry Magician Girl, so we can search our chocolate or another berry if we want. And it's kind of an extender play in a way as well. It gives us access to spellcasters, extends, it searches, and it's the Magician Girls. They do what they do. And this is really all we're running for the Magician Girls. One Dark Magician, the chocolate, and the berry. It's really all that we need, because we're not doing a full-blown Magician Girl deck. We're trying to still stay somewhat competitive. So we're also running a 1 Paladin Oracle Mana and 1 Paladin Oracle Mahad for a little added spice. Just one of each of those. Okay. And for a little tech option here, personal tech option, 1 Tenyi Spirit Vishuddha. If you have a Dark Magician on the field and no other effect monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. Or if you don't have any monsters on board at all, you can special summon this card from your hand, as long as you don't have any effect monsters out. If you control a face-up Dark Magician, because he's the only non-effect monster in the deck, you can banish this from your hand or grave and target a card your opponent controls, bounce it back to the hand. So a great card. It's got 2,500 defense. It's a level 7, help get into rank 7 plays. Here's another new card just recently got. It was a Rogue of Endymion. If this card is normal or special summon, you get to place a spell counter on it, and it can use its own spell counter, remove that spell counter, and discard a spellcaster monster, similar to Chocolate Magician Girl. Only the difference is, instead of discarding a spellcaster and drawing a card, you'll be discarding a spellcaster to set a continuous spell directly from your deck. So it gives you direct access to Dark Magical Circle straight from your deck to the field. But, however, you can't activate that card on that turn, or the effects of Dark Magical Circle that turn. So we're only running one of those. That's just in the off chance, you know, we got the one Dark Magical Circle on board and it gets destroyed. We want to. It's for consistency. Also running the Psy-Frame engine with double gamma and 1 driver. Okay. We've got also got a pendulum engine running in here to kind of help tutor out and some other tech options with them. Running 1 purple poison magician. Once per turn, if you're Dark Magician, battles, you can have Dark Magician gain 1200 attack by destroying this card. Or you can use its scale from 1 to 8 with our double chronograph, triple chronograph sorcerer. With double Iris Magician coming off the ban list, you could simply cut out one of the chronograph sorcerers and add double Iris Magician for another scale 8. Or just run one of each. Wouldn't be bad. Two of these with one of each of these. One double Iris, one chronograph, and one purple point. You can mix it up. Point is, chronograph's great. Running scales is great. Being able to use double Iris Magician once per turn, targeting a dark spellcaster type you control, Dark Magician. Applying this effect to be able to destroy this card and double any battle damage Dark Magician does. So imagine comboing Purple Poison with double Iris. Dark Magician's going to be raised by 1200 attack, and you're going to double any damage he does. Fantastic combo there. And you got the scales. Also running one warrior to get our fusion play. Running one Arisen Gaia the Fierce Knight for our warrior. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can normal summon it without tributing. But if it was tributed, you could special summon a Blacklist Soldier, which we're not running in the deck. It's simply just in there to play one single warrior to get the fusion off. And that is all for the monsters. Moving along to the spells. Running, sorry for the glare there, double Dark Magical Circle. One Dark Magic Attack. One Dark Burning Magic. This is the one where I was saying one of the reasons why we're running Dark Magician Girl in the deck, so we can resolve our spell. This is the spell we want to resolve with Dark Magician Girl and Dark Magician on the field. Dark Burning Magic. That is her sole purpose in this deck. Also running Secrets of Dark Magic. This is the new quick play fusion spell for Dark Magicians and spellcasters. Be able to get into our fusion plays. And it does state Dark Magician in its text, so it is searchable. Also running one Dark Magic Expanded. This has saved me right here. This card right here is a game changer if you time it right. You can turn the tables, turn the tide with Dark Magic Expanded. It's as good as a one of. I don't know about two, but it's definitely a fantastic one of. Also running Bond Between Teacher and Student. Another Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl card. Running one Illusion Magic. You can tribute any spellcaster. Add up to 2 copies of Dark Magician from your deck and or graveyard to your hand. There goes into your fusion plays. Recycling them if it gets destroyed or whatnot. Also running one Successor Soul, one of the new spells. Tribute one effect monster, then target one effect monster your opponent controls and send it to the graveyard. Not destroy, send. But it does target. Target and send. And special summon a level 7 or higher normal from your hand or deck. Of course, be Dark Magician in this instance. This would float in Blue Eyes White Dragon, but we're running it in Dark Magician. So, we're with the Tribute 1 Effect Monster, that's where our Magician Girls come into play, and our Pendulum Monsters come into play. Those are our Effect Monsters right there. Running double Allure of Darkness for some draw power. So we've got plenty of draw power. We got Chocolate Magician Girl, we got Allure of Darkness. That's four draw cards right there. We're good. And that is all for the spells. Now on for the traps. Only running 2 Eternal Soul. It's hard once per turn, so you don't need more than 2. You only run the second just in case the first gets destroyed. So double Eternal Soul. 1 Fist of the Unrivaled Tenyi, because why not? I mean, when a spell trap or monster effect's activated while you control a face-up Dark Magician, negate. If this set card you control is destroyed by your opponent's card effect, you can special summon one non-effect monster from your extra deck. There's some link monsters, I believe some of the Tenny Berserker of the Tenny be a good option right there. But we'll get into that later. Also running a Champion's Vigilance for more normal monster negation. Running a Chain Hole. Your opponent activates a monster effect in response to a card or effect activation, period. They try and negate you at all. Negate their negation, then your opponent can banish a card from their hand or deck with the same original name as the negated card that tried to negate you. If they don't, you can banish one random card from their hand. So it's a fantastic way to negate their negating. And last but not least, for the traps, one Dimension Reflector. This card has won me games, and I love it. It's off the movie. Very cool card. Dark Sided Dimensions movie. Love this card. Super nostalgic. Yes, one of my favorite cards in the deck right here. And it is actually generally a really good card. It's actually won me some games, if timed right. So that's all for the main deck. Now on to the extra deck. Now I've been talking about fusions this whole time. No, don't have the Dark Red Eyes Dragoon in here. This is a super budget Dark Magician deck. There is none of that. But we do have some pretty good fusions in here. Starting with a Quintet Magician. Has a high cost, takes 5 spellcasters, but that can be done in this deck. Between what's on the field and what's in your hand, it can be done. If this card is fusion summoned using 5 spellcasters with different names, you can destroy all cards your opponent controls. Non-targeting destruction. This face-up card on the field cannot be tributed, nor used as fusion material. Also, it cannot be destroyed by card effects. So guess what? It's 4,500 attack. Hello, Dark Red Eyes Dragoon. Nice to meet you. My name's Quintet Magician. On to the next fusion. We're running one Dark Cavalry. This is our target with our warrior monster. Pretty sure everyone's familiar with Dark Cavalry. Gains 100 attack for each spell and trap on the field and in the graveyards. This card attacks a defense monster. It pierces. When a card or effect is activated, it targets cards on the field. Quick effect. Discard a card just like Dark Red Eyes Dragoon. Negate that activation and destroy it. So this is your budget option right here for not being able to run a Dark Red Eyes Dragoon. Quintet Magician and or Dark Cavalry. And the combination of these both on the field would be just ridiculous. So it'd be sufficient. And that's it for the fusions. Okay. Also, here's our Psi-Frame Lord Omega for our Psi-Frame engine. And since we got 2 of our tuners in the deck, running one extra level 8, running a Dark End Dragon. And that glare is really bad. I'm so sorry about that. If you're not familiar with Dark End Dragon, which most people are, it is actually a decent card. Once per turn, you can target a monster your opponent controls. This card loses 500 attack, and you send, not destroy, send. It is a targeting effect, however, but you target and send it to the grave. So that's all for our fusions and our synchros. On to some other spice of the deck. We are running a pretty extensive Xyz summoning engine with one number 39 Utopia Beyond, running an Avon High Magician, running a Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Charger, alright, running an Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon, a Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, which is actually won me some games, and a Dark Anthean Dragon, which is just generically good. Because if it dies, and it becomes a scale, so yeah. And once per turn, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, half its original attack if it's in the scale zone. That's fantastic. So that is all for the deck profile. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to attack that thumbs up button. And don't forget to set that subscribe and activate that notification bell for more Rogue Underdog Duelist videos by the pack of underdogs. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Today we've got an updated deck profile of Dark Magician. This is a super budget version for Dark Magician in today's format.